Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace, peace. 80,000. Shout out to 80,000. Make sure y'all share. Y'all please make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all have y'all pens, paper. Okay, this is about to be a mini class, family. This is about to be a mini class. Make sure you share. We're live on TikTok. We're live on Instagram. Make sure you share. Peace and love to everybody. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. All right, today is Tuesday. All right. Somebody said Manson for president. For sure. Okay, for sure. All right. But peace and love. Make sure y'all get y'all pens and paper, y'all. All right, some information that we're going over today is definitely what you need to put in your repertoire. Okay, definitely what you need to put in your arsenal. What I'm going to tell you today, all right, is probably what's a missing link for a lot of you. Okay, all right, for a lot of you. All right, so not only that, okay, right now you can get all my classes for $80. Okay, for celebrating us hitting 80,000 followers on Instagram. All my classes are $80 right now. You can also get the bundle deal. You can get 4 of my classes right now for $240. All right, so that's all my classes, family. Okay, all my classes. Okay, everything I got. Okay, she took everything. Okay, you can have everything. Okay, we celebrate 80,000. One of my favorite numbers is 8. Okay, I love it so much that I put 3 8s on my face for those that want to know what my face tattoo says. Yes. Okay, and if you want to know what the 8 signify, Google it. Google it. All right, Google it. Okay. Now, what we're going over tonight again is a missing piece for a lot of y'all's process. Someone asked, how long am I doing the sale for? I'm doing the sale. That's a good question. I'm gonna do the sale until we get to. Yeah, I'm gonna do the sale until we get to 82,000 followers. All right, as soon as we get to 82,000. Now, don't be telling folks, hey, don't follow. Keep it down so we can keep it low. All right, so now I'm not gonna do 8 days. I'm gonna do longer than 8 days. I'm gonna do longer than 8 days. All right, I'm gonna do it until we get to 82,000 followers on Instagram. All right, so as soon as we get to 82,000 followers on Instagram, that's when the deal will be up. All right, so that gives people plenty of time. Okay, plenty of time. Okay, plenty of time. For those that already have the courses, all right, please do not have buyer's remorse, okay, because that's what you don't want to do. All right, I will do another sale. All right, as soon as we hit 88,000 followers, I'll do every single class, okay, all right, I have for $88. I'm talking about all 4 classes will be for $88 once we hit 88,000 followers, okay, because I love 8s. Okay, I love 8s. Okay? All right, so for those that's always counting my pockets and things like that, you don't have to count no more, my friend. Just count your own eggs and go ahead and make some scrambled eggs. I do whatever you want with that analogy. All right, you don't got to count my eggs. All right, there's enough info out here for all of us. Okay, so tonight we're going to go over a mini class. All right, I got my computer pulled up. We're gonna do just a snippet of something that we're going over in my mentorship for this June. Okay, we're going over what interest is, fam, because a lot of people really don't know what interest is and how it correlates with consideration. I'm gonna say it again. A lot of people don't know what interest is and how it correlates with consideration when you're dealing with contracts. All right, when you're dealing with contracts. Okay, so again, for those that want to go ahead and jump on that sale, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio to go to my website. All right, make sure y'all share. Sharing is caring. Caring is sometimes daring. Sometimes you can care too much. All right, sometimes you can care too much. Yes, you just go into my bio, click on that, follow the prompt. You should go all the way down to online courses, and everything should be right there for you. Okay, the bundle deal right now, the reason why it's $240, I know I have 4 classes. The reason why it's $240 because if you get that bundle class, you get the beginner course free. All right, you get my beginner course for free. Ski the freeway. Okay, not the highway. Okay, so jump on it, y'all. Jump on it. All right, no discounts if you already got it. That's buyer's remorse. That's like going to and getting some shoes on sale. Then come, hey, wait a minute, I got it when it was 25%. Can I get it for 75? Come on now, you can't do that now. Come on now, you rocking the fresh shoes. Go ahead and rock them. All right, you already fresh. You already bought the shoes. You already fresh. You don't got to think about, damn, I should have saved about $30 more. All right, you already fresh. Okay. So let's go ahead and begin, family. Okay, so welcome, family. This is similar how some of my classes may go for those that have never attended any of my classes. All right, but I always start with peace and love. Okay, I always let folks know, go ahead and leave your mindset at the door. Okay, go ahead and leave. Okay, go ahead and leave your incompetent mindset at the door. If you're working to pay a bill, we're not here to hear what you got to say. Okay. All right. Someone said I got exposed. No, my friend. Come on now. Come on now. Me getting exposed is like seeing pigs fly. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I'm Mr. Unexposable. Okay? Because you can't expose the law. All right? It is what it is. Okay? Again. All right? If you're paying bills using income, you need to check your mentality at the door, because what you're about to hear is going to be some information that's going to be very hard for you to understand if you try to utilize the mindset you have now. A lot of people think when they sign a contract with a bank, they think that they did all that for a car. Not a lot of people know that, no, my friend, you did all that for an account. Okay, you did all that for an account. You did that for the purpose to open up an account. Okay, what type of account? An interest-bearing account. All right, go ahead and write that down, family. Go ahead and write that down. For those that's just looking at my face, please go ahead and pull something out and write something down. Okay, all right. Please get something to write something down. Don't be that person that sits in the back of the class, wait for everybody to write. All right, because most of those people are losers. Okay, I was one of those people myself. Okay, I failed math in my junior year. I had a partial scholarship to Georgia, the University of Georgia. So for y'all that don't know, I was that deal on the field, like Holyfield. Okay, all right, but failed math, and it kind of changed my whole trajectory. Okay, all because I did not take that classroom serious. Okay, so I'm not going to let that time or that mindset stop me this go around. Okay, so for those that was sitting in the back, all right, you like to cheat on people's tests. Okay, go ahead and follow along, family. Okay, I want y'all to write down interest bearing account. Okay, interest bearing account. Okay, all right. For those that do not believe this information, if I was you, I would just shut up and just follow the information. It's free. It's so free, a caveman can do it. All right? So let's keep going. The interest-bearing account. Remember, every time you open up an account, every time you walk into an establishment and you say, hey, I would like a car, what you are really saying on the private side is, hey, I want to invest in your establishment. Okay? Because these dealerships are firms, and these firms are connected to banks. Okay? You got to remember, go ahead and write this down. 12 USC 1431. Go ahead and write this down, please. Okay, go ahead and write this down, please. Okay, go ahead and write this down, please. Okay? 12 USC 1431. The reason why I say that is so you can kind of know the parties that are playing, okay, in the account, or should I say the transaction. A lot of people do not understand that the banks is not the creditor. All right, yeah, they're the acting creditor, but they're not the original creditor. All right, we transfer powers to the bank because they're service providers. They're the basically service agents. Okay, they're basically the pass-throughs. We got to go through them to get to the Federal Reserve. We got to go through the banks. The banks go through the trust companies. The trust companies works hand in hand with the SEC, okay, and the Federal Reserve, okay? All right, that's the window. It goes from us. We talk to the firm. Your firms, again, is your dealerships, your mortgage companies, all your middlemans to the banks, Okay, so when you go through them, then you go to the bank. Can y'all still hear me, Instagram? Kind of went out just now. All right, we good now. Okay, cool. All right, so it goes from you give your application to the firm then puts it in a system where it goes to the banks pick it up, the banks then takes that to a trust company, the trust company then monetizes that security with the SEC, okay, also monetize that security also with the Federal Reserve, okay. Okay, all these accounts are being traded, family. That's why we are all investors. That's why we're all millionaires. Okay, for those that be trolling and saying, okay, we're millionaires. Where's the mansions? Where's all the Lambos and Rolls Royces? Okay, I'm here to let you know, family. It's not cash, family. You will never see me ever showing cash or swimming in cash. Anybody that's doing that and talking about laws, that's like wearing an unk cross and a regular cross. For those that know, that's a no-go. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. For anybody that's showing y'all cash, like flexing with it, okay, and teaching law, that's like wearing an unk cross and a regular cross. For those that know, no. All right, so let me keep going. Okay, so when we give these applications to these firms, okay, when we give these applications to these firms, you got to understand what is on these applications. On these applications is the all caps name, shall I say our business name, our government name. Have you ever noticed when they say, hey, man, what's your government name? I don't want to know your hood name. I don't want to know your nickname. What's your government name? Do y'all not know somebody's literally asking us, what is your business name? Okay, so anytime somebody asks you, what is your government name? They're asking you for your business name. Because when you go and do business, you got to give them your government name. Okay? Your government name. Okay? Not your business name. Oh, my bad. It is your business name. Your government name is your business name. Okay? Empress Isis. All right, it's your government name. All right, so when you're doing business, every time, even when you get locked, let's say you got a traffic ticket, right? When you go to court, right? The first thing they say, hey, are you John Smith? You know the first thing majority of us do? Yes, that's me. Rule number one, you never say that's you because that's not you. You're not your government name, family. You are the owner of your government name. You're the user of your government name. Okay? So when you got to think, for those that just coming in, we're talking about interest. I'm going to get to it. Just let me build. For those that got the attention span of a squirrel, get back to work because this isn't for you, my friend. Get back to work. Get back to trapping. This is not for you, my friend. All right. So if anybody can't follow along, okay, just go ahead and keep it moving. So for those that are following along, what we are talking about is interest and how we're going to use our interest instead of using income. We're going to use interest instead of using income. Okay? All right, so follow along. In all contracts, you got to remember, a contract has to have 6 elements. Every contract has to have 6 elements, and I'm going to go over some of those elements. So you can write these elements down, family. Write these elements down. Please write these elements down, because when you start talking about these elements to these corporations, it's going to up your vocabulary. A lot of y'all sound like babies when y'all talk to these corporations like, I'm the creditor. The United States pays all debts. Like, yo, come on, y'all you gotta be more direct, okay? You gotta be more specific about the contract. All right? So let's talk about it. So one of the elements of a contract, okay, is a contractual offer. Okay, for all the contracts you're paying bills on right now. All right, the thing is, I can say contract, and that goes over so many people. It's like, what contracts are you talking about? What do we mean the contracts I'm paying bills on? That lets y'all know how far we are behind as a whole. What contracts? What contracts are you talking about? We don't even know that we in contracts. We don't even know we in contracts. And we got the nerve to say, oh, I just learned something. I don't got to pay rent no more. I don't got to. No, fam, you got to know what's going on. You got to know what's going on. Okay, so let's keep going. Contractual offer. Now, what does contractual offer mean? All right, contractual offer means one party, the offer, or, okay, presents terms with the intention that once accepted, they will be bound by them. The offer must be clear, definite, and communicated to the offeree. Now, you got to think about it. You got the offer or and the offeree. The offer or and you have the offeree. Okay, these are all contractual terms. Remember, start really memorizing these things, family. So when you start talking to these people, they'll be like, oh, snap. Okay, yeah, all right, let me get you over to a department that knows what you're talking about, because I don't know what you're saying. You're talking over my head. Let me get you over to the right department. Okay, you got an offer or, and you have an offer E. Anytime you hear the E's, they're talking about we. Okay, I know that sounds very kindergartenish, but that's how I start really learning these terms. Anytime I see pay ye, they talking about me. Anytime I see pay your, they talking about them. The pay your is the one that has to pay, make the payment. The payee is the one that receives the payment. Okay, y'all got to remember, employee. Okay. The employee is the all caps name. Our all caps name is the United States employee. Okay? That employee already has a job. But what do we go do? Go get another job. Go get 2 jobs. Some of us got 3 jobs. All right? So let's keep going. All right, remember, that's the first element of a contract. There must be an offer. Was there an offer when you got your car or got your home or got your credit card? Yes, they gave you an offer. They said, here are the terms and conditions. And what did you do? What did we all do? We was like, oh, bet. Yeah, I was on. Okay. Now, for any professional athletes, okay, when you go sign a deal or a contract with the team, you have an agent, right? That agent doesn't just take whatever the team gives them. That's like LeBron's agent talking to the Lakers about a contract, and they say, we want to pay LeBron $10 million for 10 years. What is his agent going to do? Nah, we don't really like that. Here's our counter offer. We'll do $50 million for a year. Okay, it's a negotiation, but what do? When these corporations give us contracts, we don't even counter, y'all. We don't even read it. We just be like, okay, well, my APR rate is this. I gotta pay this a month. All right, bet. All right, cool. Where I sign it? The worst business people to do business with ever. Okay, y'all, we so damn goofy, and people get mad at me for the things I talk about. But they be like, y'all keep listening to this if you want to. You're going to be evicted. Okay, you're going to be evicted. And yeah, you listen to these people like them, all right? If you don't do your necessary process, you will be evicted. Okay? You will be. For those that was following me all this time, okay, how many times did they say that I was evicted? Said I was evicted at least about 8 times, ain't it? About 8 times, ain't it? You see what I'm saying? But you know, the people that doesn't understand that be like, oh, okay, they don't understand what's going on the private side, my friend. I keep trying to tell people that. Okay? All right? So remember, we're doing things that's not even fathomable for those that does not understand what's going on. Okay? All right? So listen, the very first thing when you're dealing with contract is contractual offer. Okay, we got that down. That's an offer. Next is acceptance. All right, did you accept that contract? Yes. All right, so now we're 2 for 2. Now, what does acceptance mean? Okay, what does acceptance mean? It says the offeree, there go them E's again. The offeree, meaning us, it says the offeree must agree to the terms presented without modifications. All right, which constitutes as acceptance. Meaning, if they give you a contract and you see something in it, like, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, I read everything else, but I don't like this here. Let me change this around. All right, bam. Y'all, that's not an acceptance. That's a counter offer. Okay, so what they're saying is, if you don't modify anything, that means you accepted it. Did you modify your car contract before you signed it? Did you modify your lease agreement before you signed it? Did you modify your card agreement before you signed it? Did you modify your mortgage before you signed it? No. No, we didn't. Okay, so let's keep going. All right. So and now number 3. Now, because now we got contractual offer, meaning they offered us something. We got an acceptance because we said, yeah, I'm with it. All right, consideration. Now, let me ask y'all a question. For those that don't know and those that do know, please answer. What do y'all think consideration is inside of your contract? What do you think consideration is? If that's a part, if that's one of the elements in contract, I mean, both parties must have consideration. What do you think the consideration is? Value? Okay, what is the value? What is the value? What is the value? A lot of people saying value, 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 value. What is the value? The right to redress? Nope. Interest. Marcel Sloan Brown. Exactly. Exactly. The consideration is the interest, family. Okay, but how many times have the corporation told you, you don't have any interest in this contract? They literally just blatantly told you, you have no consideration. But we don't know what consideration is because we think, well, you didn't give me consideration because you didn't give me the car. You didn't give me the house. You declined me. Oh, y'all, it's deeper than that. You have to understand it's interest. Now, what is the interest? What is the interest? If I just opened up this account and put it in, if I just put this application and I gave it to the firm gave it to the bank to put it into an interest-bearing account. Okay, that's why I told y'all to write interest-bearing account down so you can understand what an interest-bearing account is. Okay. All right. Well, let me show you how it's not security fraud just yet. Just like undercover cops, they have to plant the drugs first, all right, and catch you with it first. Right now, we're not catching them with fraud. All right. Why? Because we're not identifying the fraud correctly. A lot of people saying, okay, I got declined, that's fraud. No, my friend, that's not fraud. Okay. Fraud is when you go and try to make it right and then they say no. Now it's fraud. For y'all, that's just saying, oh, I got declined, they fraudulently. No, my friend, they didn't fraudulently do nothing. Okay? Because when you applied for that account, did you expressly tell them that you have capacity to contract? No, you didn't, my friend. They asked you, was you 18 and older? You said, yeah, but you never told them that you have capacity to contract, right or wrong. Just answer. Just think that to yourself. Did you expressly tell them that I have capacity to contract? Now, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Now, if I don't tell them I have capacity to contract, but I tell them that I'm 18, don't you know that they can still treat me like a minor? Because a minor is someone that's 18 or older and doesn't have a capacity to contract. So if I don't expressly tell them I have capacity to contract, what y'all think they can do with me? What y'all think they can do with me? Now they can judge me by what? My credit history. Y'all see how that goes? Now they can judge me on my credit history. Now they can judge me by my credit score. Now I gotta keep the credit score up. Hey, I got a good credit score. Y'all, that is minor status. Why? Because we have to gauge these minors on how they're doing. I don't know why we keep going out on Instagram. All right, we back. All right, cool. We back. Okay, so think about it. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Under the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, and again, I didn't lose focus. We still on consideration. Okay, we still on consideration. All right. Now, think about it. Okay. Under the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, it said you cannot be discriminated for race, sex, or age. Do y'all not know age discrimination is what all of us are going through? Okay? Think about it. If I go forth and say that I have capacity to contract and you still tell me no, now that's discrimination, family. Now I have you discrimination for age. And this is not legal advice. This is not lawful advice. This is just some information that we stumble upon on the internet, as we should say. Okay? All right? So think about it. All right? Think about it. What is the consideration? Remember, the consideration is what you value the consideration. They can't tell you, hey, well, we gave you a car. What you tripping for? We gave you a house. What you tripping for? I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, friend. That house and that car was just a perk for you using my account. Wait a minute, borrower. Wait a minute, bank, which is the borrower. I gave you my security interest. Okay, that's why you gave me that car. Okay, and you're going to pay me every single month. All right, for you using my account, not for me using the car. The car was a throw-in. The house was a throw-in. I have a right to travel. I have a right to a home. I have a right to eat food stamps. Okay, so you have to understand what you are entitled to. Okay, so remember, we got a contractual offer. All right, we have an acceptance. All right, consideration. Now, if we never told them what we want as consideration, what y'all think they can do as being our other half? For those that are married, what can our other half do? They can sign things on behalf of us. Right or wrong, right? So if you're married to the bank that you're doing contracting with, meaning you're bounded to them. All right, whatever you don't do, they can do legally, lawfully. Why? Because you didn't do it. Okay, simple. All right, simple. So they'll say, well, the consideration was the car. You never objected to it, right? You riding around in your car saying, oh shit, let me go ahead, let me get to work. I'm on my last strike. Let me all get to work, and I gotta make this car payment. You're literally riding in a car, going to work to pay on a car that's already paid. All because we don't know contracting. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so what is consideration? Consideration is, it says this element refers to something of value exchanged between the parties. Consideration is essential as it distinguishes a contract from a mere gift. Meaning, if you don't establish consideration, my friend, they gonna take your money as a gift. What have a lot of people been doing every month? You've been repaying, and they're counting all that as a gift until you come forth and say, hey man, that wasn't a gift. Hey man, by the way, my consideration is, for those that want to know what the consideration is, it is the monthly payment that they're sending you. Let me say that 2 more times, because a lot of times that goes over people's head. The monthly payment that they're sending you, my friend. I'm going to say it one more time, because a lot of times this goes over people's head. All right, but the monthly payment that they send you every month is the interest. Now, how do I know that I received the interest? Not just because they sent it to me. When I go and use that interest, if they say no, now I know, whoa, wait a minute. I wasn't able to use my consideration. So do y'all understand? So for those that are totally lost right now, I'm talking about you just in the woods, no flashlight, pitch black. I want you to comment the number 2. For those that understand what I just said, I want you to comment the number 1. Okay? Because it's very simple. All right, the hardest thing we do is try to use what we already know. That's why I said check whatever you think you know about a damn bill, because you don't know nothing if you're paying on it utilizing income, because no law has ever said that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull up the definition of a bill under the Bill of Exchange Act, and it does never say income, does never say go get a job, and does never say pay on. It literally says exchange. So all your bills are supposed to be getting exchanged. So when these corporations are paying you, because you are the payee, or should I say your all caps is the payee. All right, remember the payee is the one that receives payment. All right, all your bills are in the positives because they're paying you, and you're supposed to do something with that bill. And that option is not to go to work and go to pay on the bill that's already prepaid. The problem is we don't know how to accept that bill, transfer it back to the corporation. All right, now, even if they say no, that's cool, because we already did our performance. So all we can do is worry about what we supposed to do. If they don't do their non-performance, we have to act as accordingly. All right, that's y'all ever got sued before? And some of the things that say on it is, please govern yourself accordingly. So what do y'all think is going on the documents that we're sending to corporation? Please govern yourself accordingly. Okay, because now if I'm going forth to use the credit that you sent me, T-Mobile, if I go and try to use it to track and tell you, hey, I want to use this principal balance and I want you to transfer it to the principal's account, T-Mobile. Okay, and if T-Mobile say, no, we don't do that. All right, now I know I'm in the side of a contract that ain't got no consideration. I'm scared. I'm scared for my life. All right, because John F. Kennedy in 1962 said, okay, we have a right to be heard. We have a right to safety. We have a right to redress. So I just realized that I'm inside of a contract that's not safe to me. Now, I'm not talking about getting beat up physically. No, I'm getting beat up in business because I'm in a contract that's not in my best interest. Okay, so you got to remember that whole interest word literally surrounds us every single day. But a lot of times we just hear it from a layman's term instead of hearing it from a contract term. All right, even when you go apply for something and they say you're denied, they literally say, hey, thank you for your consideration. See, we hearing it from a layman's terms like, oh, they considered us but unfortunately, no, it's business. You literally gave us consideration. You believed in us. You gave us an application. We was able to make some money. Thank you for your consideration. But unfortunately, we can't do business with you. Okay? And by the way, we can't give you your collateral back. And by the way, your credit is low, so you should go work on it. Goodbye. That's what's going on. And what do we go do? Oh, man. All right, thank you. Let me go find the credit repair specialist. Let me go get my credit up so I can go get approved for this. And then we get approved for it. And then 6 months later, we lose it. Because we don't know what the hell is going on. It has nothing to do with your credit score. Okay? Just because somebody got a high credit score does not mean they know anything about business. Okay? Nothing. They ain't talking about transferring interest. They don't know anything about contract. And I don't know. Oh, let me take this. I don't know why. I don't care how beautiful they are. I don't care how big their following is, family. If they ain't talking about interest, in my opinion, they ain't talking about nothing. Okay? They ain't talking about nothing. All right, not Nathan. All right, because nowhere in no law do it say anything about keeping the damn credit score up. Nowhere for never. Not even in the exact credit acts that are passed. It don't say nothing about no damn score. Never. Either you got the capacity to contract or you don't. It's either you're an upper or a lower. Either a winner or a loser. Okay, so for those that get mad at me when I be like, hey, if you ain't winning, you lose. It ain't no middle. Folks like, well, I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, your best you can is losing. Okay, so what you want us to do? Give you a damn cookie for losing? You ain't claimed no interest. Okay, you haven't claimed any interest. I had to be real myself. All the hours I was working, I was doing a bunch of nothing. I was working 84 hours. I thought I was getting paid $3,000 a week. I thought I was doing it. Learned this information and told my old self you was doing nothing. Okay, you was doing nothing. Okay, cousins, I'm not here to answer no questions. All right, forget questions. I'm not here to answer any questions. All right, I'm here to teach, my friend. No questions. Okay, no questions. Just zip it, sit down, take notes. All right, because I'm sure everything I'm talking about, not a lot of people knows, and a lot of people probably think I'm arrogant. But I'm not. I'm just being honest. We can get the question all day. Well, what do I do when I do this? Can I do this for my rent? Can I do that for that? Oh, well, what if I already paid? What if I didn't pay? What if I didn't? Just hear the information. Okay? Because all this is going to wind up, it's the same, family. No matter if you already paid, if you're trying to pay, okay? This is a one size fits all. If you learn what interest is, okay? It's a one size fit all. All right, but again, a lot of us is in a hurry. We trying to hurry and get to the answer. Go back to work. Go get to doing whatever you're doing. Okay? A lot of us is in a rush to do a bunch of nothing. All right, so we're still going over the 6 elements of the contract. So we already did 3. We did the contractual offer. We got the contractual offer. We got the acceptance. Yes, we got the consideration. Assumedly, okay, I don't know if that's a word. It is now. All right, and now we have legality. That's the fourth one. All right, that's the fourth one. All right. Remember, there's six elements to a contract. We're on the number 4. The fourth one is legality. Now, what is legality? All right. Legality is the purpose and terms of the contract must not be illegal or against public policy. Remember that word, public policy. Public policy. Public policy. Who is the public? The United States citizens, meaning all of our all caps name put together, we create the public. It's like we're all playing a big ass Monopoly game, right? And we all big bosses and we playing with our little piece. And when we put our pieces on the board, that's the United States game. You know what I'm saying? But we the gods. That's why it starts off with "in God we trust," or the Constitution starts off with "we the people." Okay, so remember, legality, it says it can't go against public policy and it can't be illegal. Meaning, if you enter a contract as a minor, that is illegal. So let me show y'all how to flip it. Remember, this is not legal advice, lawful advice. This is just some things we stumble upon on the internet. All right? So remember, all right? If I sign the contract, right, and I receive a positive balance bill, and I transfer this bill back to the corporation, you know, I find their indentured trustee, I send it to the CFO, okay, or whoever, all right, whoever I put on notice, okay. Once I do my performance, and once they say no, we do not accept this form of payment, that, my friend, now I can understand. Okay, I don't have consideration because I'm trying to use the interest to pay my account, and they're saying no. That lets me know I don't have consideration. That also lets me know they're treating me like a minor, right? Because they're selling me no when I'm the damn owner. How many of y'all are parents? Imagine your kid telling you no. And you like, all right, okay, well, some of y'all let your kids tell you no, so I can't say that, all right? But I wish my kids would tell me no, okay? Wish they would, okay? Now, imagine your kids telling you no. You're going to be like, what? I'm in charge. Okay, you're the kid. Okay, I'm not the kid here. But that's what's going on in our accounts. When we go and try to use our own interest, these corporations saying, no, get up out of here. Get your little ass out of here. Get out the cookie jar. No. And we like, oh, man, it didn't work. Okay, that lets you know, okay, now I'm getting treated like a minor. Now I can ask questions like, hey, did you contract with a minor? Because last time I checked, I was over the age of 18 and I had capacity to contract. Okay, so really hear what I'm saying. I'm telling them this. I can put this in letter form. Or do y'all contract with minors? Soon they say, no, we do not. That's illegal. All right, then. I have capacity to contract, so why are y'all treat me like a minor? Huh? How? Why are you treating me like a minor? Why are you telling me no when I'm trying to get this car right here? I just told you that I'm entering a consumer credit transaction and not a loan. I just told you I have full faith in credit. I just told you I have capacity to contract, meaning I'm good. You don't got to worry about me defaulting on the payment. You ain't got to worry about that. I'm here to let you know I got capacity, bro. You don't got to worry about that. You don't got to worry about how I'm going to make the payments. You ain't got to worry about my bank statements. You don't got to worry about my annual income. You ain't got to worry about none of that. I'm here to perform right here, right now. You ain't got to worry about all that. Okay? But if you tell me no, and you're telling me no, you're going to have to go through the whole contract. No, now, okay, now you ain't got my best interest. Okay, now I got to pull the plug. Okay, I got to pull the plug because being the owner, I can move some furniture around. Okay? And I'm speaking in these analogies so people can understand how this works. When you're the owner, you can move some furniture around. You can't let the banks move you around. They're not the owners. Okay? They're not the owners. All right? So you have legality in your contract, meaning if there's something in your contract, you can come forth and enforce it. Owner, meaning you can come enforce your ownership rights. You don't have borrower rights. You're not the borrower. All right, you're not the borrower. Okay, all right. So we got the 4. All right, again, make sure y'all write these down. Contractual offer is number 1. Acceptance is number 2. Consideration is number 3. Legality is number 4. Remember, we need 6 elements to make a contract. All right. We are the lenders. No, we're not the lenders. We're not the lenders. Did you know just because you're a lender, you could still be lending somebody else's property? All right. So just because they're saying that they're lenders does not mean they're the owners. Think about this. We hire them to be lenders. Think about that. As owners, we such bosses that we have to hire little bosses. And sometimes these little bosses get carried away with their powers. All right, sometimes we gotta remind them, hey, wait a minute. I know you big dog to them, but remember, I hired you as a borrower. All right, you my service agent. You might be the boss to them, okay? But you my service agent, bank. Okay, I hired you to do a specific role. You have a fiduciary duty, okay, to uphold my best interests. And you're not doing that by forcing me to repay you when I'm trying to tell you that I want to go ahead and use my consideration to go ahead and satisfy the whole payment in full, not partially. I want to do it in whole. Okay? I want to do it in whole. I don't want to every single month. No, that's not in my best interest. I know I signed then, but I'm informed now. Y'all got to understand how the conversation goes. All right, a lot of y'all scared to say, well, I didn't know it then. I know it now. That's okay. You're not going to come in and say I knew it then. All right, a lot of y'all trying to say, well, I knew it then. I just, like, come on, man. Be real. You got to come with clean hands. All right, you got to come with clean hands. All utilities, family, utility bills. This is all bills. I'm talking about all bills. Child support, doctor support, doctor's payments, okay, medical, school, rent, mortgage, car notes. Y'all, all contracts, family. This is a one size fits all. Every single contract you sign is supposed to come with interest. Who is signing contracts that's same that doesn't sign it with the intent to gain interest? No one would. Only someone insane would sign a contract that's not been. All right, let me just do that right quick. All right. So now, all right, we got the 4. Remember, contractual offer. For those that just coming in, we're going over the 6 elements of a contract. Once you can understand these 6 elements of contract, then your contractual vocabulary, it goes up, family. It goes up. All right, a lot of y'all are trying to get remedy and you don't know anything about the contract. Only thing you know is about a couple of codes. Somebody done told you. All right, and that's what you've been regurgitating over and over and over and over. You don't really have any true insight. You don't really have any detailed information that can simplify all this. All right, because you don't got to go around the world to explain that you did not receive consideration. All right, but if they come forth and say, what consideration are you talking about? Then people say, well, it's the car. The car is not the consideration, family. All right, and that's why a lot of folks aren't able to make steps in their process because they're not really knowing what is what. A lot of us are separating the consideration from the interest, and a lot of times all of this stuff is the same. A lot of these words mean the same. They just say it different. All right, I'm going to say it again. A lot of these words are the same. They just say it different. An agreement is a contract. I get a lot of people that say, well, I don't have a contract. I have an agreement. That's a contract, family. We don't even know what contracts is. You see what I'm saying? It's like, and we're so quick to throw limits on our own non-understanding. We'll be like, oh, I don't think I can do that because it was 2 years ago. And I'll be like, my friend, yes, you can still do it. That account is still open up. Who told you couldn't do it? That's why I try to tell people, check whatever you think you know about a contract and check that shit at the door. Okay? Because it's nothing more frustrating than trying to explain to a person that's trying to hold on to what they think it is. And the reason why they can't get the breakthrough is because they're trying to hold on to what, well, I thought, we're not here to see what you thought. Okay? Clearly what you thought has you trapping. Clearly what you thought got you working every single day. Clearly what you thought got you repaying on the contract. So we're not here to hear what you thought. Okay, that's my approach to it. Okay, a lot of people don't feel like, well, my opinion matters. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I hate to break it to a lot of you, okay? But a lot of folks' opinion doesn't matter if it comes from an uninformed place. And if I was a president, I'd lock people up for saying stupid stuff, okay? I wish I could talk how I want, but y'all know how TikTok get. All right, if I was the president, what? Folks is getting deported for saying dumb information, okay? Just spewing out dumb, man, get up out of here. You are being charged with stupidity. All right, you over the age of 18, you don't have capacity to contract. Are you disabled? As soon as you say no, we shipping you up out of here. Because either you disabled or you just not choosing to read. Which one is it? Which one is it? Then people try to tell you, well, I can't get this information because I work too much. Which one is it? You disabled or you just don't want to read? Which one is it? All that others, mumbo jumbo, none of that matters. All right. It's either you're disabled, okay, or you just don't want to read this. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Next element. We're at number 5. All right. Next element is capacity. Capacity. All right. What is the capacity? So what does capacity mean in contract? All right. Capacity means all parties must have the legal ability to enter into contract. This generally means they are of a certain age and have a sound mental capacity. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? A sound mental capacity. Do y'all think they asking you, are you okay today? Do y'all not know when they ask us things like that? They're not asking us, are we good today? They're asking us on business, meaning, hey, man, do you understand what's going on? All right, now let me ask you, this is how we're hearing it. Are you sane today? Are you under any drugs? Are you under the influence of anything? And what do we say? No, I am not. We say it with our chest out loud. No, I ain't. I ain't under no drugs. I ain't did drugs in 6 months. All right, I ain't under no drugs. But little do we know, they're saying, hey, do you have capacity to contract? Are you mentally capable of understanding what's going on here? And what do? Yes, I do. And knowing damn well we don't. Okay? Knowing damn well we don't. Okay? And that's why they can play with us, because they say, well, you volunteer. Do y'all not know involuntary servitude is illegal? Voluntary servitude is legal. Meaning it's okay. Green light. All we need them to do. That's it. Hold on. Get y'all right. All right. All right. How we look now? Instagram, we good? All right. Cool. All right. So remember capacity. All right. It literally talks about mental capacity. It says entities like corporations must also have the authority within their organization rules to enter into contracts. All right. So remember, you have to have capacity to enter a contract. Meaning, if I go forth and try to claim my interest that they're sending me every month and try to use it, and then they say no, okay, then what? Now I know that, hey, they treat me like a minor right now, man. They treat me like a kid. They not even letting me use my own, I'm feeling like a child right now. Because they looking at it like, well, shoot, man, you 38 years old. All right, what are you talking about? You've been acting like a child this whole time. We assumed you were still, you needed help with your account. Hey, y'all, that's really what's going on. All right, y'all got to remember, some of us are way older than the age of 25. Okay? Y'all got to remember, from the age of 18 to age 25, that's our period to come forth and start claiming our accounts. But since we don't, that's 7 years that we go silent, and that's when they label us as naturally dead. For those that be arguing with me saying this stuff ain't real, I be trying to tell, hey, man, you're a dead person. You think I'm going to listen to a dead person? Okay? You're naturally dead on the books. Okay? Any person that's not performing on any of their accounts, my friend, you're dead. I know somebody probably now like, loose here, devil. I ain't dead. I'm alive. My friend, you're dead. Go read Sesta K. Vi Act of 1666, and you see that you're dead in this system. All right, because you have not did anything for 7 years. So, my friend, you're naturally dead. You can come back alive. All right. No religious things, no scary Jerry things, okay? But you can come back alive, but you come back by starting to perform in your conscience. So they be like, oh, snap, we thought you was dead, bro. You been gone for 20 years. We thought you was dead. Go read Sesta K. Vi Act of 1666. For those that don't know what Sesta K. Vi means, it literally means he who lives. So literally it's the He Who Lives Act. Okay, it's the He Who Lives Act. All right, and the very first thing it says is the act to redress. And y'all got to remember, when you redress your contract, meaning you going from wrong to right, you have the right to redress because John F. Kennedy, okay, John F. Kennedy got his head blown off. All right? He got his head blown off for us, so we can't let his death go in vain. I know some brothers out there saying, man, you talking about these white folks. There they go. They go that NAACP, mama jumbo. There it go. That stuff like they be losing. They be like, huh? What? All right? Hey, man, y'all can't hate the facts. It's facts. Okay? 1962. Okay, John F. Kennedy passed that Bill of Basic Consumer Rights the same year he got his head blown off. All right, now, and I don't believe in coincidences. Okay, all right, I don't believe in coincidences. I know it's an old head. Someone saying, "Man, he talking about these white folks." Man, he glorifying these white folks. Hey, Ray, chill. Charles, Hank. Okay, today is a new day, Hank. All right, we use this information, Hank. Okay, all right. Some of these white folks done got their head blown off. Okay, I'm just being real. All right, I'm just being real. Okay, it's being real. John F. Kennedy got his head blown off in 1962 when he passed the Basic Consumer Rights. The last rule was the right to redress. In 1968. They knocked off Martin Luther King the same year Truth in Lending was passed. Okay? Now, do you believe in coincidence? Do you think it was racial? Man, no, man. Hey, what? No. A distraction had needed to be made because something so powerful like truth in lending. All right, for those that don't know what truth in lending means, that came out in 1968. That means that all the banks that was lending, they were doing things dishonorable. Okay, so Congress had to come out with truth in lending, meaning, damn, you got to be truthful when you're lending these consumers credits back to them. But what we was doing, we was worrying about, kumbaya. We was worrying about kumbaya. You know, which is understandable. All right, but do y'all see what happened? That's the misunderstanding. That's what happened. Everybody thinking there's something in place holding folks back. Ain't nothing holding nobody back but the people and what they feel they should put all their emotions into. Okay? This information been around. I'll be reading these laws for like, God dang, this stuff old. I'm like, yeah, exactly. This stuff is old. Chesapeake Bay Act of 1666. Okay? Mercy Banking Act was 1933. Okay? The meeting that they had to even establish the Federal Reserve System was on the Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia, and that was in 1890. And they didn't tell the world until 1910. No, I'm going to say they didn't tell the United States in 1910, and the United States didn't tell the world till 1933. Okay? And then 3 years after that, 1936, that's when the Social Security cards dropped. Now, what was going on in the 30s and 40s? Very poor times. Okay? Not knowing people was given a whole get-out-of-debt-free card. But did they know how to use it? No. Who the hell was reading fucking laws? Okay? Who? In the 30s, in the 40s. Okay? All right. What was going on in the 30s and 40s? Okay. Now you get into the 50s. Times is bad. You get into the 60s. That's when John F. Kennedy. Golly. We got to have some basic consumer rights out here because these people were getting towed up. Okay. Folks getting towed up. And they say like, shut up, John F. Kennedy. Shut up. You're talking too much. Shut up. You're messing up our run. And who do y'all think did that? Do y'all think the government did that? No. What? Who y'all think did that? Okay. So when Martin Luther King got killed, okay, who y'all think did that? Y'all think it was some white supremacists? That's what y'all still believe it was? Y'all still believe in that folk tale that's being passed around? That's what y'all think? If that's the case, do y'all think why didn't the white supremacy been kill Martin Why did they kill him the same year? Truth and Land. I don't think it was white supremacy. I don't think it had nothing to do with his skin complexion. It had all to do with, hey, yo, we need some type of, and if they'll go hit a president, you know they don't give a damn about a non-president, okay? All right? Somebody said the only color rich folks see is green. Well, which rich folk are you talking about? Wealthy people don't see green because Federal Reserve notes are only circulating for 3 years. Okay, and the wealthy know they're not holding on to their money. Okay, they're investing that and keep only poor folks. All right, got old dollar bills. Okay. When you're dealing with credit, you're not worried about cash. You see what I'm saying? They're not worried about green or blue. That's for the low people. Wealthy people understand interest. And my friend, you can't see interest. Okay? You can't hold interest. That's really the information gap from the low from the high. The thing is, some of these people that we think are high are actually low. But a lot of us are so low that when we look up, what's above us seems high, not knowing that what's above us is actually still a lower level as well. Y'all ever seen that movie Platform? Y'all remember they used to put the food on top and just drop it down, down, down. And if you had all the way at the bottom, you really ain't got no food. Okay? That's really how it's going. So if you're on level -3 billion and you looking up to level 2 billion, is it really that? See what I'm saying? That level can't even see true wealthiness. And it takes that person a couple of lifetimes. Y'all got to hear what I'm saying. Not birthdays, lifetimes, my friend. Okay? Some of us are planning, literally telling ourselves YOLO, thinking this is our only life. And my friend, you are living in a recycled, uninformed energy. You're going to come back here. That's why a lot of you can pick up on things and a lot of you can't pick up on things. Okay? But let's get back to the lesson. All right, now remember, we got 5 already checked off. All right, so we got contractual offer, we got acceptance, we got consideration, we got legality, we got capacity. Last one is mutuality. All right, mutuality means 2 minds came together and said, okay, we agree. Now imagine if I said, hey, I just walked into your house, I just stole everything, and by the way, I want you to pay me every month for it. Here's a contract. And what if you say, all right, we agree? Do y'all not know that's legal? That's legal, family. That's legal. You can do that. Okay? Somebody say, how do you not come back to this realm at all? Well, my friend, we. Okay, that's a conversation for another day. All right, stay on contracting. Okay, mutuality. This means that both parties agree to the terms of the contract. There must be a clear and mutual understanding of the essential terms and conditions of the agreement. All right, so meaning they gave you some terms and they said, hey, every month you're going to pay me for utilizing your own credit, and you say yes, y'all just agreed to it. Now what you have to do is now have to amend. You can redress. That's why I said John F. Kennedy, that last rule in the rule book for my Drumline watchers, for those that used to watch Drumline, what's the last rule in the rule book? All right, John F. Kennedy, the basic consumer rights, the last rule in the rule book is we got the right to redress. We got the right to go forth and go get our contracts and redress and say, hey, but wait.